Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome to the investor update call for Vibhor Steel Tubes Limited. We have with us today Mr. Vibhor Kaushik, Managing Director of the company. At this moment, all participants are in the listen only mode. Later, we will conduct a question and answer session. At that time, you may click on the raise hand button to ask a live question. Please note that this conference is being recorded. I would now like to hand over the conference to Mr. Vibhor Kaushik, Managing Director of Vibhor Steel Tubes Limited, for his opening remarks and to share with the audience the company's presentation and performance. Thank you and over to you, sir.
Namaskar. I welcome everyone to this conference. Uh, I would like to start this conference with this presentation, and after the presentation, we will take uh, any questions from our investors. So, this is the first page of the of the presentation. It is about Vibhor Steel, how Vibhor Steel is uh, shaping and how Vibhor Steel is making a change and how are we now not just a manufacturing unit that was to make ERW steel pipe as an in structure. Now we are, apart from that, we are becoming an infrastructure company as we have diversified in crash barrier, as we have diversified in transmission line towers, as we have diversified in poles, octagon poles, high mast, and as we have a very strong vision to diversify and get into monopole as well. So this is one we wanted to highlight that besides pipe, we have many other product range that we have started. In Hyderabad, we started crash barrier, and in Odisha, now we have started uh, pipe, crash barrier, and also poles. All the three and transmission line towers, all four different products which are in line with India growth. India has a lot of requirement for these products, and we are very happy that we are entering into this domain. Uh, I shall be speaking more about the the performance of Vibhor Steel in the quarter two and the first half of the year, and after that I'll take you to the company's overview, our business, and what is our next planning. So the performance this this slide is reflective of how well this year has been as compared to last year. Our revenue has increased, our EBITDA level has also become stronger, and our PAT level is also increasing. These are some of the figures to highlight these. Revenue has surged 19%. The PAT has jumped 60% year on year. And uh, our new plant, as I said earlier, the new plant in Odisha, situated in Sundargarh, it's actually between Sundargarh and Jharsuguda. We have started transmission line towers here, and for the pipe, this was much needed that we have a presence in Northeast, and from Odisha we shall be able to cater to the entire Northeast, the entire Chhattisgarh, Odisha, West Bengal. We shall be able to cover it from here. Also, some South region which we were not able to cover earlier, like Vishakhapatnam and Vijayawada, we shall be able to cover from here. The um, the next I'll go to the next slide. So as I said, the year this is a comparison between 2025 and 26. Our revenue has also increased. Our EBITDA level has also increased and PAT has also increased. We have already achieved 51% of our revenue in the first half, which is a strong signal that there is a momentum, there is a sustainability in the market, and also it is to be noted that our EBITDA levels are very healthy at a steady 3.85%, uh, versus 3.85% was in 25, and now we are at 3.85% in FY25, and 26 is 3.83% in the first half. Now, I want to talk about the some of the products that we are introducing. So the highway guardrails, also known as crash barrier, has seen a significant market growth, and significant size has also increased, and we've been able to capture a lot of market. In South, we are from Urtial, which is close to Hyderabad. We are catering to the entire South, and we have a very strong hold now. And I am glad to announce that the galvanizing plant, which we have installed for crash barrier alone, is running at full capacity in Hyderabad. Now, from this month, we are seeing similar order flow of crash barrier or highway guardrail in Odisha as well. So it looks like although we have only just started in Odisha, but we are seeing a significant presence of our brand in this region as well, because we are steadily providing them with all their requirement, with all their inquiries. So this is one thing I wanted to highlight, that the crash barrier in Odisha or highway guardrail in Odisha has picked up sooner than even we expected. The order flow, even at this point in time, is quite high. Uh, another another is a transmission line tower, which is the power distribution has a lot of requirement for it. It is relatively a slower product, which requires a lot of state approvals, uh, a lot of central approvals, power grid approval, but we are on our way. We've already got ourselves approved in certain states. We've got ourselves approved in Gujarat, in also in Sikkim, Meghalaya, and also PGCL, we call it, power grid. They have carried out the first inspection, so looks like we shall be able to get power grid approval as well. And once power grid approval comes in place, then it opens up a door to be able to supply to a lot of EPC contractor, which waits for more and more player to become power grid approved. It is a significant step, and it's a significant achievement. And I think we are not very far away from getting that approval sanction. And once we do that, a lot of orders and a lot of inquiries shall start coming in. Currently, we are giving most of our orders and dispatches for galvanized pipe and and black pipe. But with all these product mix, we are targeting to achieve a product mix of 75 to 25, which means 75% will be pipe and 25% will be these miscellaneous product. These miscellaneous product uh, are uh, very important to us because A, it gives us a diversification, and B, it has a healthier margins as well in terms of his EBITDA and PAT levels. Our export is very steady, it's been constant for our pipe. We do a lot of export from Mumbai, from Mumbai plant, Nagothane plant. It's very steady, between 3 to 5%. But we are looking to scale that up uh, in years to come, because from Odisha as well, it is quite viable to do exports. So we are targeting to get orders for export from Odisha plant as well. This is as I said, besides pipe now, we are also doing crash barriers, hexagon pole transmission line towers. With Odisha coming in, our installed capacity has improved. Now we stand at 3,77,000 metric tons that we can produce. Uh, we also have besides our plant and our inventory warehouses in Nagothane, in Urtial, close to Hyderabad and in Odisha. We also have a warehouse in Hisar, which was to keep a lot of highway crash barriers and pipe, but uh, uh, the good news is that this was to do an extra market, but everything that we produce in Bombay, everything that we produce in Hyderabad, in Odisha, it is seeing a lot of market capture here itself. So we're not using too much of Hisar. We don't need to because everything gets sold from here itself. Our export is, as I said, is very constant. It's been there for quite a number of years, and we export to Europe, to UK. In the terms of countries, there are 11 countries where we supply, and for pipe, it's been over 20 years that we've been in business. But for all the other lines, also we are getting a lot of tractions and a lot of presence in the market. This is something we've talked about even during our IPO. I will not take too much time on it, but I will want to cover the journey of Vibhor Steel Tube as quickly as possible. We started in 2003. The unit was very small. Only Mumbai was one of the units, and our installed capacity was some 1,000 to 2,000 tons, not more. But it's been a very organic growth and a very steady growth. Every year there has been a significant improvement either in the plants and machinery or in the setup or in our production or our dispatch. You see, in 2007, we started our operation with 25,000 tons and enhanced it to 60,000. In 2008, in Bombay, we started 8-inch tube mill with galvanizing installed. So every year there have been some addition to our capability, to our production levels. But the real significant growth started in 2013 when we started exporting to Egypt, which gave us a lot of confidence to go overseas as well and to be able to participate in different tenders around the world. And the another significant growth came in 2018 when we started our second unit in Telangana with an installed capacity of 96,000. We started with a 12-inch tube mill, and we're happy to say that now we produce the entire range from half-inch to not just 12-inch, but also 14-inch. So we are one of the biggest players in Telangana market at the moment for round pipes. Uh, Another significant that everybody is aware of is in 2024 when we successfully listed our company with the support of everybody, all our investors. We're very thankful to them to be associated with us. And now in 2025, I think this is the biggest jump of Vibhor Steel Tube that we are able to put one of our biggest plants in Odisha, which has a significant installed capacity for not just pipes, not just galvanized and black pipe, not just hollow section, but also for so many other products that we have introduced in this market. As I spoke earlier, namely there are highway guardrail, crash barrier as they are called, transmission line towers, poles, different poles, octagon, high mast poles, and uh, very soon we will enter in the line of monopole as well. These are the driving force of our company. Uh, on the left side is the family, Mr. Vijay Kaushik, my father, Vijay Lakshmi, my mother, me, and Pratima Sandhi, my wife. We are all involved in the business and we're taking up our own responsibility. And on the right side are some director which are contributing uh, in their own to our company. Mr. Shiv Kumar Singhal, he's associated with Maharashtra Seamless for 20 years. He's a very knowledgeable person in terms of where the steels are headed, where the market is headed, where the prices are headed. So we consult with him from time to time. Everyone is Mr. Abhiram Tayal is a independent director. He runs Hisar Metal, another listed company. So they're all from time to time very helpful in giving us the direction to where the prices are headed, what should be our strategies, where should be our stand. So I'm very thankful to have a strong team of directors. This is I want to talk about the business overview of Vibhor Steel. Uh, the three units that we have in Maharashtra, Telangana, and Odisha. Uh, Maharashtra, it's 3.5 lakh square feet of space, two galvanized unit. We took some machines from USA, some machines from Australia that gave us the tailwind to really accelerate on our productions and to be able to achieve productions which earlier we thought was not possible in a very short duration of time because if we had placed orders in India, the deliveries were quite long. It would have taken us a long time uh, to get ourselves to those production level, which we were able to do with these machines. This is the earlier stories, and now Maharashtra is very self-sustained. It's been very steady in its production, very steady in its dispatch for quite a number of years now. We are supplying Maharashtra, Gujarat, parts of Madhya Pradesh also from there. The installed capacity is 1,25,000 there. Telangana is we started at the right time when the state was fairly new. There was a lot of demands, a lot of constructions that was happening during that time. Even right now, there's a lot of buildings that are coming up, which the firefighting requires a lot of pipe. The highways are also quite a lot of highway, quite a lot of railway lines are coming in Telangana, which requires highway crash barriers or highway guardrails. So strategically, it is still a very good location for the South market in order to sell the products that we make over there, primarily pipe and highway guardrails. Odisha is uh, we have a very strong feeling is one of the best decisions strategically because we are very close to all the steel plant where all the raw materials come from. Steel Authority is also under 100 kilometers. JSW is in the same city as us, and Tata and JSPL are also not far away. So there is a abundance of raw material. Raw material is cheaper here because the logistic cost is fairly low, which gives us an advantage of uh, acquiring more and more locations to be able to get orders and to be able to service them in that location. We are quite far away from Vishakhapatnam, but it's still very sustainable to be able to deliver from here. We are continuously delivering pipe from here to Vishakhapatnam, from here to Vijayawada, Nagpur, uh, Raipur, and also we are in talks in some dealer network in Patna as well from here. So this is the beauty of the place that it has a lot of marketplaces where we can cater, and we're already seeing that in all our products that we get inquiries from all the different states which are far away, and we're able to cater them because the raw material here is relatively at a lesser price, and that gives us a benefit to be able to logistically sell our products to far away places. As you can see on the right side is the capacity utilization. It's been very steady, our utilization in 23, 24, 25. And also H1 is also quite steady. However, now our installed capacity has increased due to our new plant, which is now operational in Odisha. This is something about the Hisar warehouse that we have. We've kept it uh, for if the material do not see significant uptake from where we are located, we had strategically kept a warehouse in Hisar to be able to sell our material in the north. But so far as it appears that there is a strong demand for our products within where we are located, may that be Bombay or Hyderabad or Odisha, we've been able to sell everything here. But this is something we have. If we ever require to make our presence in North, we will be able to do it because of the warehouse that we have in SR. This is our product portfolio. I think every slide I've given some thought, some wording to most of these products. This, on top is our basic pipe, which is a black ERW pipe. It's a round pipe which goes with a black paint on it. The second one is a hot dip galvanized line. This is a zinc coated pipe which has a lot of application, and it has a good durability of 20-25 years, maybe even more, uh, depending on how well the product is. So I think this is one of our backbones, which is the galvanized pipe. Hollow section is also like black pipe, very simple to make. It's just a rolling mill. From one side, you feed the HR coil, the other side, you get the pipe. Once you change the roll sets, you can get different hollow sections. Uh, Fourth one, which has seen quite a lot of growth in our company in Hyderabad, and now we're seeing it in Odisha as well, is a crash barrier or otherwise known as highway guardrail. This has a lot of requirement for the highways, which India is still developing. We have a lot of highways coming up. Every highway requires it on the left and right. Moreover, also railway has a lot of these requirements, similar requirements to keep it on the tracks on both sides. Uh, so both railway and highway has significant requirement of this product for coming years as well. And transmission line tower, India has a lot of power plants now, but the power that we generate has to be transmitted, has to be, uh, and so the power require these transmission line towers so that they can enable the electricity to reach to far ends of our country. And it is the very right time that we have entered into this product line because India is now putting a lot of solar plant as well. So the solar plant also requires these transmission line towers in order to put the electricity that they produce in their solar park into the substation. So on a roughly every solar is located could be 5 to 6, could be 10, 15 kilometers away from the substation where they require these lines to go around. And as I said that India is gearing up, it's becoming a lot of development is happening in India in across every sector, may that be road, railway, housing, the Gati Shakti government's programs, every every infrastructure upsurge uh, is very well aligned with what we are doing in our company at the moment. May that be the production of pipe, may that be the production of transmission line towers, or may that be the production of highway guardrails. All of these will contribute, and it has massive requirement within our country. And we are very glad that we have entered into the infrastructure domain of domain because India requires a lot of it, and we are very happy that uh, we are contributing to our nation growth by providing them the products. It is well known that we have a very strong partnership with Jindal Pipe for the pipe division, and something that they were lacking was a was their presence in Northeast, and because now that we are in Odisha, we are able to fulfill that gap which has been there for almost 20 years, and we've already started seeing a lot of demand. I think last month also saw a lot of uptake. We were able to cross a milestone of 2,000 tons of dispatch, and all of it is in a very short time. And it clearly shows that uh, this was required that we have our presence in Odisha in order to cater to the Northeast market. Okay, so can you go to the next slide, please?
Sure, sir. Give me a moment.
This is our product bifurcation. Black and GI, as you see, has taken is the primarily the most of what the product we sell. But the highway crash barrier is also picking up, and now that we have a new unit in years to come, you will see the bars will only get higher for all these other products. The may that be highway guardrail or transmission or the poles. So this is the presentation, I think. Is there another slide? I think this is it, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. This is the last slide.
So in the nutshell, I would like to convey to the investors that uh, Odisha plant was commissioned. We were waiting. There were some hiccups. We were waiting for the power line to start, some permissions from the government, but all of that are now put behind. We have started our manufacturing, our production here in almost all the sectors. The pipe has already got a lot of traction. We are selling a lot of it. Highway guardrail rail has also seen a lot of traction. We have been able to sell a lot of it. In due course, all the other products that we have touched shall also be able to see a significant growth in their market share and their product share in our company. And with that vision, I want to thank you everyone for uh, letting me do this presentation and give an overall view of what our company has done and what our company is envisioning to do in this year and in years to come. Thank you very much. And we can take question answers. You can take from here.
Thank you very much. We will now begin the question and answer session. To ask a question, please click on the raise hand button. The operator will announce your name when it is your turn to ask a question. Please accept the prompt on your screen and unmute your microphone while proceeding with your question. Additionally, participants can also put in their questions in text format by posting it into the chat box. Ladies and gentlemen, we will wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. We'll take a first question from Mukesh Panjwani from WC Securities. Please go ahead. Mr. Panjwani, your line is unmuted. Please go ahead with your question.
Yeah, am I audible?
Yes, please go ahead.
Yeah. My first question is regarding the margins in our crash barrier, hexagonal poles, and transmission line towers. What kind of margins we can expect in that segment?
Mhm. So highway guardrail is similar to our galvanized pipe, maybe a 0.2 percentage up. But the thought process of highway guardrail was that if there is ever a dip in our requirement of galvanizing, we shall be able to keep our galvanizing bathtub occupied by providing it an alternate product. But that has not what has unfolded. There's a lot of demand for this product. So for that reason, in Hyderabad, we had to put another galvanizing line.
Mhm.
And I, it's too soon to say, but we might have to follow a similar trajectory for Odisha as well, that we might have to do a different galvanizing line for this highway guardrail. For transmission line tower, the product is quite profitable. The EBITDA margins as opposed to pipe is significantly higher by 3 to 4% in some cases. Uh, but however, to get yourself completely established in transmission line tower, it's a process. There's a lot of permissions, a lot of certificates you require, and one of the important one, as I talked in the presentation, is power grid. And we are happy that inspection of power grid has happened. Certain things they have highlighted, we are making a report on it. And once the power grid happens, then the order flow will become uh, quite steady. Similarly, with the poles, also the the margins are significantly higher. Generally, for the pole division, the tonnage is not it's not a volume product like how pipe is, or to that extent highway guardrails are, or even transmission is. The It's not a volume product, but the margin is significantly higher by 2 to 3%. And the monopole is a total different ball game. Uh,
Mhm.
for that, you need a lot of permissions. We are for 132 kVA, we are making a prototype, and
Mhm.
that prototype we will send for testing. So that will take some time, but the margins in monopoles are quite high, in the upwards of 8% to 10%, maybe even
Okay.
higher in some
Okay.
cases. So all the products that we are entering has better EBITDA, better PAT value. All these are quite high in these products.
Mhm. Okay. So right now, as our goal is to bring the ratio of 75 is to 25. So
Yes.
if we are achieving this goal, what would be the margins at the time?
The margin scenario in steel uh, uh, it changes a lot. For example, just for the pipes, if I have to highlight, now what we had seen in quarter 2, in quarter 4 is going to be very different because the prices are rallying up. All the prices are going up for the raw material. So the just because we are sitting on so much inventory, we should be able to see a lot of margins coming in because of that. However, for the other products, it's not the same. The other products is not inventory driven, so it's order driven. So in
Mhm.
order driven, you can see your margins. So the overall margins can really improve once you have your foothold in each of these product lines. So it's definitely going to be more than the EBITDA levels right now. But as future is difficult to say, but even still, I can totally say that it is going to be higher by 2% or 2% or so with all
Okay.
of these lines coming in.
Okay. Okay. Okay, sir.
Another thing I want to highlight is that although these products are coming in,
Mhm.
yeah, Any other question?
No, no. Please continue, sir.
Mukesh, you done with your
Okay.
question?
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. No, no. I think he was like I interrupted in between.
I wanted to I wanted to highlight another important point that uh, we have just entered Odisha, and just last month we have 2,000 tons dispatch, and this month our dispatch, it's early to say, but every day I'm seeing the dispatch is upward of 100 tons, sometimes 120 tons. So seems like we are capturing the market of pipe also quite rapidly in this area. So the volume of pipe will also increase every year, which is a
Mhm.
which is our strong hold. And we, although we are promoting all the other products at the same time, so that 75-25 ratio is something we want to achieve in years to come. But at the same time, we will always see the volume of pipe going significantly higher. It appears that this way because we've just entered and we've already hit 3,000 levels. This is
Okay.
just to show how promising this Odisha market or Odisha as a strategically placed places for the entire Northeast.
Got it. Got it. Got it. And so recently, whatever capex we have done, I can see that we have done a lot of capex. Our fixed asset in March 25 were 69 crores. It has gone up to 110. And there's some capital work in progress also of 45 crores. So can you throw some light on this capex, like it is related to our high margin products or our regular product?
So the pipe is already installed. Highway crash barrier is uh, is getting installed. We thought one line would be sufficient, but the requirement is more, so we have to invest more in highway crash barrier. Similarly, transmission line tower is also seeing uh, capex coming in because the we want to establish ourselves at a rapid pace because the requirement is so much. And same thing with the pole. So all our investments as seen at the moment is for these value added, and also at the same time to be able to keep the inventory for the pipe, because earlier we thought pipe will be relatively slower, but now it's going at a very fast pace. So when the pipe is going at a very fast pace, we have to create enough space for the inventories, because pipe is essentially an inventory driven product. You need to have all the inventory of all the product range from half inch to all the way 10 inch, which we are doing here right now.
Mhm.
So the lot of investment is happening so that we can service pipe more efficiently, more effectively, so that we can get the market share as quickly as possible. Number one, and number two, for all these additional transmission line towers and pole also are seeing capex. So
No.
not for the machine as much for pipe, but also but for the infrastructure of to be able to reach to a certain level of dispatch of pipes.
Okay. Okay. And so right now, I believe our capacity utilization is around 50%, isn't it?
Uh, no, yes, you can say that for
If we see the
for
H1 numbers.
yes, yes.
Hmm. So if the capacity is going up to 75%, can we see the impact of operating leverage in the form of EBITDA improvement? Is it possible?
Uh, yes, you're right. If the capacity utilization improves, see the seven the fif- the 50% which is seen, uh, is also due to the fact that Odisha has not reached 50% yet. Odisha, we have only done 2,000. Our installed capacity here is quite more than this. So
Hmm.
we yet have to achieve our capacity utilization in Odisha to a certain level, which is why all the capex is happening, so that we can, because what we saw in last 2 months, there is a flow of order, but execution is not at the same speed, because the warehouses, the inventory warehouses, which we thought we're going to require maybe a little later, we require it now, sooner. So
Hmm.
what the 50% is due to the fact that Odisha has not reached up to a 50% level yet.
Hmm. Hmm.
For example, our galvanizing capacity in Bombay is almost full. Our galvanizing capacity in Hyderabad, we measure it with the galvanizing capacity, most of these products, because you have to dip it. So the galvanizing capacity in Bombay is full, in Hyderabad is full, everything has space here. And subsequently, if the requirement increases, we have to put more galvanizing line.
Hmm.
So the capacity which we've showed can increase once you increase the galvanizing line.
Got it. Got it.
Right.
Okay, sir. That's all from my side. Thank you.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Before we take the next question, would like to remind participants to ask a question, please click on the raise hand button. The operator will announce your name when it is your turn to ask a question. You may also post your text questions. We'll take a text question from Pritesh Vora from Mission Street, India. The question is, what is money being raised and what pre and post money company valuation?
Anilji, you are here to answer this?
Anil sir? Anil sir?
जी,
Yes, sir, we can hear you. Please go ahead.
yeah. Ma'am, please repeat the question.
Okay. The question is, what is money being raised and what pre and post money
Yeah,
company
please
valuation?
repeat the question.
Are you able to hear me, sir? Anil sir? Hello?
Yeah, please
Anil sir,
repeat the
you're able,
question.
yeah, you're able to hear me, right? Can you confirm that? So are you able to hear me, Anil sir? Vibhor sir, I don't think he's able to hear me.
Okay, okay, I'll
With
answer it.
is yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
With is the money IPO.
Uh,
Earlier, the valuation of company, yeah,
yes, sir, go ahead, sir. We can hear you.
with is 72.17 crore CR from IPO through IPO, and time valuation of company 75 rupees per share, and presently company's valuation is around 135 per share.
Okay, thank you, sir. The next question is from Disha from Sapphire Capital. Please go ahead.
Total valuation of company pre-IPO was 100 crore CR. Net present valuation is 250 to 30 crore is.
Should we take the next question, sir?
Okay.
Okay. We have a question from Disha C from Sapphire Capital. Disha,
Hello.
please go ahead with your question.
Yeah, am I audible?
Yes, you are. Please go
Yes.
ahead.
Yeah. So, what is the order book currently, and what sort of order inflow are we expecting?
I was expecting somebody will ask me this question. Okay, so right now we have an order booking uh, of 800 tons in in Odisha right now for pipe, for upward of 600 in highway crash barrier. And there are products for transmission line tower. We are in talks with a couple of companies of around 600 tons. The order has not come in, but we are in talks with them at the moment. And there are a couple of companies that we are talking to for transmission line tower, which want to give us uh, they are manufacturers themselves, but they want to offload it to us because they're not able to fulfill their demand just because the transmission line has so much of demand. So this is the situation in Odisha. In Bombay right now, our orders are 2,600 tons is what we have, our pending order. In Hyderabad, it was 1,800 ton till yesterday, but now the price are revised quite a lot. There is an upscale of 300 rupees per ton, the price increase. So all these orders are getting renewed. So far, 500 tons have been punched in, and we are in talks with the dealer. I think it should be upward of 1,000 tons very soon. The reason for that is that the market has picked up a lot now because the steel price are rallying up at the moment. There's a safeguard duty that has come in for China. There is anti-dumping also for some of the steel products. So that has really taken the market in India up because now domestic raw material providers are going to drive the sales of these products. So looks like we're going to see a lot of demand and a lot of sales also in the months to come because the market has really significantly picked up just this month itself, due to which although this is a quarter three number, we will talk about it in 1 month's time. We will have this conversation again. There's a lot of sale that we have seen in quarter three, and it's all due to the fact that steel market is now picking up.
Right, right. So in terms of value, like based on current pricing, what will be the order book amount?
Order book amount, I have, see, we are mostly into the production, so we do in terms of tonnage. But
Yeah, right.
order book value is uh, I have to calculate it, how much it'll be. But in one plant, around say 16 crore in Bombay, somewhere around there.
All right, all right.
Let me highlight it in this way that last month in Bombay, I think we sold more than 10,000 tons. So if the same momentum or similar momentum is to go, the order quantity of 2,600 tons is about right is what we require. Generally month on month we do 8,000 tons, but last month we did 10,000 tons. So 8,000 tons is definitely looking achievable if you already have 2,600 tons of orders. And in 7 days we have sold quite a lot also. So
Okay, all right.
this answer should be uh, uh, taken or viewed at as as a sign and a signal that the demand is picking up for our products, and which is very good for Q4.
Right. And I think so earlier we guided for around I think 4 to 4.5% EBITDA margin range for this year. And given the steel prices are on the uptick, can we expect to end the year on the higher end of the margin range? 4.5%?
I I'm not allowed to say the future thing, but it is evident if we are sitting on an inventory, a certain inventory like upwards of 25,000 tons, and there is a 3,000 rupees jump in that inventory, it will reflect in your numbers. It will definitely reflect in anyone's number. And from the talks with all these raw material suppliers, it looks like they are going to they're going to be increase in also. uh, next month and next month, but who knows? But at this point in time in January, we can definitely say there is an increase of 3,000, which has been passed on. So it will definitely show in the in the numbers, in the balance sheet.
All right, all right. And what's the exit capacity utilization level target that we have for this year?
Um, it will be for Bombay and Hyderabad, it'll be similar to what
Hmm.
it's been last year. For for Odisha, hopefully we will be able to achieve 30% in the quarter four, not the entire year because we only started now.
Right, yeah. And so you
Disha?
also mentioned, yeah,
Yeah, go ahead, please.
you also mentioned about the exports ramp up that we're targeting. So what will be the key geographies and the product segments that we'll be targeting there? If you could just throw some light on that.
Uh, See, the export that we were doing in Bombay was again for the only one reason that we do not want our installed galvanized capacity to go idle. For example, the galvanizing bathtub is running at almost 100% capacity. So if there is ever a dip in domestic, we should be able to have export or we should be able to have another area so that our bathtubs are always occupied because that's where the margins are. This was the thought process of export when we started. But now the same area has requirement from us. We're not able to cater it because the capacity utilization is almost full in Bombay. So the same location, which is Europe and UK, we shall be able to cater to them more efficiently now because we have more capacity in Odisha. So that's why we're saying that export can see a rise. But at the same time, which we did not see, is that we did not know that domestically the requirement or the demand will increase so rapidly. So again, the export that we had was in the contention that we should be able to have an alternate market, right? But either that or we have to do additional galvanized unit to do export. So right now it's difficult to say, but yes, now the inquiries are that we are getting from Europe, we are being able to cater to them. Before we used to tell them that our capacity is full, we'll not be able to take this order because the delivery period is very crucial in these products. But now we are entertaining more and more inquiries. So if more inquiries are coming, we shall be able to have more orders. So those extra orders we will be able to give from Odisha.
Okay, so just to utilize the capacities effectively, we are catering to the export market.
Correct. Right.
All right, all right. That's it from my side. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, to ask a question, please click on the raise hand button available on your toolbar. You may also post your text questions. We'll take a text question from Arav Patel, an individual investor. The question is, are we H2 heavy? So can we expect higher growth numbers in H2 FY26?
Uh, uh, Thank you for asking this question. I think part of it I answered earlier also that uh, we are we are order packed right now. There are a lot of orders that we have. In Q3, uh, we've been able to dispatch a lot of material, more than uh, what we thought. So if more orders are executed, more tonnage is dispatched, I think that can be considered as H2 heavy. In terms of the numbers, as I said, just inventory, because this is how the nature of work is that we sit on a certain inventory, and now we're seeing that the prices of steels are going up quite a lot. For example, this month itself is 3,500. So all of that means is that we're sitting on an inventory which is going to give you 3,500 extra, around about 25,000 tons or even more, I think. I don't know the exact number, but it's upward of 25,000. So definitely these numbers should reflect, unless there is another uh, uh, upside down, which does not appear at the moment because the anti-dumping has just been enforced and the safeguard duty has just been implemented, and iron ore and coal prices are also rising, it appears to be. So it looks like Q4 is going to give us a benefit in our inventory itself, let alone our sales. So Q2 appears to be heavy in that aspect.
Thank you. Next question is from Deepak Oja, an individual investor. What is your success rate in tendering?
Success rate in tendering? Is that
Yes,
the question? Success rate
yes,
in
sir.
tendering.
Correct.
Our line of work is distribution. We have certain dealers, we give it to the dealers, dealer participate on tenders. We are not ourselves participating in tenders in pipes, steel pipes or galvanized pipe. Even in highway guardrails, it's a dealer network that we have put across just so that we always believe that if the team is strong, if the distribution is strong, you'll always be able to sell. So we're not tendering ourselves. uh, Similarly, for transmission line towers, is the EPC contractors, they do the tendering. We only give it to the EPC contractors. So we're not tendering at the moment. Some tenders in the future, we might participate uh, once we get approved in those state. But at the moment, and generally the trend of this industry is that we give it to the EPC contractors for transmission line tower, also for pole. And we don't participate in tenders ourselves. So at the moment, we are not participating in tenders.
Thank you. The next text question is from Arav Patel, an individual investor. The question is, our working capital cycle is quite favorable at 70 days. Do you think it would be maintained going forward?
Looks like the markets are staying strong, and the demand is very steady, and prices are going high. In situation like that, if if history has to be considered, we've always seen that the working capital cycles remain very healthy. So it appears that our working capital should stay same or
Thank you.
maybe improve, but this is what it looks.
Thank you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the last question for today. I now hand the conference over to Mr. Vibhor Kaushik, Managing Director from Vibhor Steel Tubes Limited, for closing comments. Over to you, sir.
Thank you so much for the questions. All the questions were uh, very, very Uh, I mean, I suppose the right questions to ask. We were anticipating some of these questions, and a lot during my presentation I did not convey because I wanted to convey those messages through the question answers. For examples, what are the order booking? How does the H2 looks, and what is it uh, appear to be on our numbers? So I'm very glad that I've been able to answer or convey what how the year to come to be transpire. It is looking very strong, very healthy in every aspect, in terms of demands, in terms of realization, in terms of price, and we always been very, this was one of the main reasons we always said that during our IPO as well, that we are very bullish in our third unit in Odisha that we are putting, and we're already seeing uh, uh, which we anticipated far better than what we anticipated in Odisha. So I'm very thankful for all the investors to be a part of us, to be a part of this company, and uh, we will invite again uh, for once the results are out for Q3 and also for S2, and we will hopefully give all good news again to our to all our investors in the future. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Vibhor Steel Tubes Limited, that concludes today's session. Thank you for your participation. You may now exit the meeting.